potentially should be charged next for questioning the Georgia elections, as she regularly and has consistently done throughout her entire career. So hopefully the house can be clean there. We do have a question for you from our Benny Brigade. Our final question for you today, Congresswoman, directly from our supporters, from Evan, asking, will Dr. Fauci be held accountable for his crimes? I feel like he's done so much damage. And why is he able to walk free? I was not able to visit my grandmother in the nursing home the last few months. She was alive. And I really pray that something is able to happen to hold accountable Dr. Fauci. I know he's not on your Christmas list. What is the Republican House majority doing?
Evan, I appreciate your question, and that's the question I'll take back with me to Washington, D.C., and I stand on your side, and I'm so sorry for your loss. Actually, I think Dr. Fauci belongs in prison for his advice and for his so-called medical advice was basically tyrannical advice. It wasn't even advice. These mandates and lockdowns that locked away our grandparents, where people had to watch their grandparents die on television or just never saw them again and just found out they passed away. That is purely criminal. I serve on the COVID sub-select committee, and Dr. Fauci is someone that I look forward to coming in and talking to our committee. I have a lot to say to him. I don't really have any questions. I just have a lot that he needs to hear directly to his face. And Evan, on behalf of you, I will make sure I remember that your grandmother died locked away, like in a prison. And so, yeah, Dr. Fauci definitely has it coming to him. Benny, I'll tell you something right now. I'm not your typical Republican. And I believe that the Democrats opened Pandora's box, and we need to use the same tools and weapons back on them as they have done to us. And it should not be let go. None of this should ever be let go. And if anyone's walking around with a mask right now, they are either severely brainwashed, and we should pity them, or we should tell them how ridiculous they look. It's absurd. But I have my office working on some important legislation. I'm going to be introducing a bill on the House side, a companion bill to J.D. Vance's Senate bill, where we are not going to be funding any school that is forcing mask or vaccine mandates on children. This is absurd. It's out of control. And I mean, it's ridiculous right now. Benny, look at Jill Biden, vaxxed and boosted, I don't know how many times. And then, oh, she's positive with COVID. It's like, that is proof right there that all of this has been an absolute lie. And Dr. Fauci has known it from the beginning. I have a poster board. I'll put it back up out of my office when I get back to Washington. That is an email from Dr. Fauci to one of his friends, I think it's back in February of 2020, saying, oh, you don't need to wear a mask. They're absolutely unnecessary. They don't block the transmission of COVID. So he knows it right there. So all of this is absurd. It's insanity. We will not comply. We will shut down every ounce of this country if they try to put these mandates back on us and lockdowns.
Yeah.